Oh my God. We are back. You are here. And we are live on the Fifth Quarter Sports Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Kent Clark Swell. And yes, I try to treat them well. Joined with me, as always, Mr. Skip from Skip's Trophies and More. He's over there cracking up silently. And Mr. Diamond Dirty D4. Live, fellas. We are waiting on the Kickstep King. But for now, what it is, what it ain't, what a dog.
Talk about a weekend.
Man.
Am I echoing?
Hmm?
I thought I heard myself again. I'm sorry. But great weekend, man. Everybody healthy, happy. My wife had 1,000 people in my house. I don't think this house has never seen that many people. She had a crab boil, and all the women, they had 2.5 bushels of crabs. It's about 300 crabs. So we started cooking crabs the night before and didn't finish till like 10:30 the next day, the day of. So my house still smells of crabs. My front yard smells of crabs.
Whole street smell like Old Bay.
You think it's a game? But I was away at a car show, so of course I missed it. But I was looking at my cameraman. They had a ball. So, the old saying, happy wife, happy life. I believe happy spouse, happy house. So, yeah, everything's good.
There you go. Well, fellas, we know football season is nearing when the Georgia players start getting arrested.
Don't do that.
Georgia defensive line commit Seven Cloud was charged with domestic battery over the weekend. Oh, speaking of domestic battery, Georgia players, the Kickstep King coach Abe.
We do that on the regular. For sure.
Wow.
Skip, that was a hell of an intro to that topic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Give me your opinion on this young man domestically beating somebody. Domestically battery.
Me? Where we
Wait,
going?
who got domestic? He didn't get no domestic battery.
Uh-huh.
I thought it
Charged
was
with
some
domestic
drug
battery,
charge.
sir.
I thought it was drug charges. Okay,
No,
That was the second Georgia player that got arrested over the weekend.
okay, that's what I see.
I'm gonna say this, and I think it rings with y'all. I'm gonna say it. Any athlete, college, professional, high school, that gets a domestic charge of any type, and they have a future in that sport, they deserve to not be eligible to play. Period. This shit is getting out of hand. Hitting on women. Now, I'm a strict, stern component of hitting a woman ass back. If she hit me, I'm gonna hit her ass back. If that's the case, hats off to you, brother. They need to keep their hands to the side. But we're getting too many incidents of these athletes, especially college and pro, where now real money is being made, and they beat these women. I think it should be taken from them. That should be their punishment. No more sport. That's it. That sounds harsh, but a lesson got to be taught.
So you're saying ineligible forever? No period on that.
He rolls ineligible forever.
Go ahead. I'm gonna totally agree. Something has to be done, depending on the letter of the law, of what you got going on in these universities, pro, whatever the case may be. Because if one of us get into some trouble like that, they're gonna throw the book at us, all the way. A lot of times they try to outshine the talent over who the real person is off the field in these instances, and it's sad that you can put together all the type of mentorship, all the type of green counselors or coaches or any type of father figure, whatever you can. It seems like this stuff continues to happen. And in my mind, it comes off as these guys think they're like gods or they're above the law because I play for this team or I play for this university or I got this amount of money. You can't tell me nothing. And then you think about the hanger-ons that's around them, the yes men and the yes women that allows this stuff to go on a constant basis. We keep saying this every single year when camp starts. Somebody's getting in trouble over speed racing, drug activity, or putting their hands on somebody.
You know,
go ahead, Coach.
Real quick before Coach goes. You know what's crazy? There's two things. That goes to show you how great of a guy LeBron is. This man ain't got so much scratch. All jokes aside. And another thing, boxers, and all sport, most sports with real physical contact are violent, but you don't never hear about boxers getting domestics. I mean, it happens. I'm quite sure.
They Tank got his ass in trouble right now.
There you go. See, okay. Kate dispelled. Go ahead, Coach. Dispelled real quick.
I definitely think there need to be some repercussions. Do I feel like period is a little steep? Yeah. I feel like we should get all of the facts in because we don't know if she hit him first or not. And then sometimes when you get in that situation with the police and you have no witnesses, it's like your word against hers. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna go with her because you a man, you bigger and stronger than her, and you hit her. You know, so I don't know if y'all remember, like I said before, man. Stop letting these women, and I know they YN, so I can't really exactly. I like the Travis Kelce cut, by the way, Kel. It's pretty slick. But
I've been getting my haircut the same way for the last like 6 years.
Good comeback, sir. Good comeback. Good comeback.
Yeah, so
the second Friday of every month, player.
The second Friday of every month.
I think you usually have a hat on, so I ain't seen him in a minute. So, but yeah, man, it's just saddening, bro, that the kids let these women get them in that position to where they lose the bag. You mess up the bag and mess up your career by one bad decision, one bad swing, one bad anything, bro. And it's sad that it keeps happening in Athens with such a coaching prestige as Kirby has. But we all know that once Kirby let out of practice, once he let him out of meetings, let him out of film study, whatever, it's on them to control how they do things, bro. Whether it be domestically, just out in the street with your homeboy, whatever it may be. So it still has to be, even though Kirby, some people kind of side-eye Kirby, like, why does this keep happening on your program? It has to be some accountability just on the players themselves. Because, you know, at that sense, mom and dad ain't right there. They kind of grown men. In a sense, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just saddening that they let them women get them like that.
Yeah, but they're grown physically.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing we're forgetting here is, fellas, we know how women can be.
Yes.
Let's go to the other side of that, and they will say whatever they can to make sure that it cuts you to the core.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we'll know what this lady said to him. I'm not defending it at all. Am I condoning but we ain't got the transcript, you know? And Skip, I've always said it the same way. If a woman is giving you that slap, he, ha ha, whatever, I ain't gonna do nothing. But lady, if you put your dukes up like a man and you start giving me a 1-2 like a dude would, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
See, that right there is different though, because if a woman plays like that with Skip, then she gone anyway. I was raised by old school principles, man. You stay in place. You understand me? We're not boxers where it's okay to punch on each other because that's what we do professionally. And to say that a woman can get up under their skin. Coach A said it perfectly. When are we gonna learn not to let that shit happen? When we gonna stop dealing with women that put us in that position?
Thank you.
Mm.
And like I said, they YN, so you can't really tell them that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They
But
figure they all got to figure it out.
You also said you think what I said was too harsh of a punishment. Suppose it was Abe's 19-year-old daughter got her jaw broken, her nose broken. Would you want him to say, you know what? Wake up with her, but go on about your business and live your life? And she got to get her face surgery, reconstructive surgery. You're going to want to kill it. You're going to want something done to it. Don't give him no probation and let him go on with his life. Don't get me wrong, he needs to go on with his life. But punishment needs to be dealt.
Oh, I'm going to do something. But go ahead.
That's a fact.
Well, and we didn't get to talk about it last week, but the kid out of Ohio State drafted by the Cleveland Browns, same charge. We know a little bit more about that one. The girl was in the back seat and they were arguing, or actually she was in the front seat. He started hitting her and then they pulled over and she got out, made a phone call, called his mother actually. He told her to get back in the car. So she got back in the car, but got in the back seat. Then he turned around and started beating her from there.
Hey, see, he shouldn't play down on NFL football. Never. That there is a chronic woman beater. That ain't no
game for sure.
No, you just and like you said, these situations that transpire when it's physical abuse involved. This ain't started yesterday.
No,
you're right.
This has been a sign of physically putting your hands on somebody. And they say us being football players, we have a barbarian type demeanor or streak or physical, you know what I'm saying, aggression. It's automatically we are very aggressive in our tone and speech, in our actions or whatever, because that's what we've been grown up with since, I'm going to say, 8th grade. When you start getting that hard-nosed coaching from our demographic. Now, with Coach Abe, it started younger. So as you going up through seeing like a barbaric mentality, you take my food, I'm going to take your food type thing. But again, this physical hand play between two people ain't just started. Young lady, even I've told my daughter, Coach A probably had a conversation, you too, and as Kev gets older with his kid, baby, don't put your hands on nobody. Please don't. Don't put me in no decision. Don't put me in a situation where I gotta make a decision. Not only that, young man, if you talking to my daughter or having any conversation, if it's that level, you call me. Here's my number. Don't put your hands on my child. Now, if she getting irate, give me a phone call. Because I know in the heat of the moment, somebody will slap that out of whoever. And now you got hell breaking loose. But again, with these high profile athletes that go for entertainers also, I don't get it, y'all. Why are you putting yourself in this situation? Like you say, this guy ain't even played a preseason game. You got to be there seeing the history of what happens. Now your stigma is that you are a woman beater.
Well, money has to play in that. Money definitely has to play in that.
Definitely.
I said it last week. Money's like a pistol. You feel powerful. You got it on you. It makes you feel powerful.
But it plays on both sides, though, Kev. The guy feels like he's invincible because of the money, but the female feels like she gonna miss out.
Now,
I'll accept that. I'll take that. That ain't nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like D just said, this ain't the first time that's done happened. Because for her first call to be to his mama, yeah, you done this before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
See what I'm saying? So I'm a
maybe not to this extent.
Once I marry him, oh yeah, he let me be dead. You get what I'm saying? Now it's 50-50, So that, like you said, money on both sides of it plays a big factor.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and roll into the shit show of the week, which was the WNBA All-Star Game. And I'm calling it a shit show because players came out wearing shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us." Well, ladies, the WNBA is currently in a $40 million deficit. So that would actually mean that you guys owe the league $277,778. So here's the solution. I want to play devil's advocate before we go any further. Increase the ticket prices to a WNBA game. Make it what NBA tickets are. See how much money you lose.
But
yes, you're gonna lose because nobody's gonna pay a lot of money.
This my thing with this whole thing about they want to get paid what they worth. Check this out. It's a community out there that I don't understand that a lot of the players in that community play in the league. Am I right or wrong? We know what the community is. There's a couple of alphabets.
Alphabet, L, G, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, community.
LGHD TV, baby.
And sometimes Y. And so with that being said, they are on the forefront for everything else when they come to equal rights, when they come to certain things. So why y'all not selling out? So why y'all not selling out these arenas for these players? The women movement, outside of that, why y'all not going to the games and selling out this stuff where you can go? And I'm sorry, I gotta mess with y'all. Beyonce can sell out this damn dome down here and have all y'all dressed up like cowgirls.
4 times.
Hey, and
4 times.
And I want to add this real quick.
Falcons. Sorry, Abe. The Falcons ain't sold out that place down there, and they've been in yet. No shot. No
Never sold out yet.
No.
Kel, why is that so funny to you, Kel? Kel,
No,
why
we can have 2 wins at AT&T.
The only thing that is sold out. The only thing that the soccer that sold out more than Falcons games.
Because they won a championship.
And the SEC championship with Alabama and Georgia, and the national championship with whatever. But the Falcons have not sold out a game. Now, don't get me wrong. The tickets are sold, Skip. But talking about that stadium being full, no, sir.
Oh, so they sold out ticket-wise. They just haven't filled it up sold out.
Yes, because that's why they on TV. They got. Well, I can't count it because if I go to the game,
scalpers. You got to think about scalpers.
I get you, Skip. I agree with what you're saying, money wise, but that's why Arthur Blank changed the seats to red and black. So when you see on TV, it look like it's full, but when you go to the game, that whole side of where the Falcons at is empty.
Hey, D.
Now, but go ahead.
Real quick to what Shane Gillis at the ESPYs. He does, now for those who don't know, he's a comedian. He does a podcast with a guy called Matt and Shane's Secret Show. Matt is married to a Black woman. They were in the audience. Shane Gillis said, "Everybody give it up for WNBA player Brittany Hicks," and had the camera guy go to his buddy's wife, and the whole place starts clapping, and he comes back and says, "I just proved that none of you actually know who WNBA players are."
We'd had a problem. Oh, we'd had a problem. We'd had a problem. Don't make my wife the butt of no joke.
No. The dude he was in on it. They knew it was gonna happen. It wasn't everything. It was funny as shit. But it proves the point of y'all are not that famous. Y'all are not known like that. Y'all don't have the notoriety.
Not that famous. Whoever
That's a fact.
Stephanie is not. Had it been Caitlin, I guarantee you,
Okay, there you can name 3 people in the WNBA like that.
Well,
But you could name 100 NBA players right now, Skip.
right. I
That's the
definitely
point I'm making here.
players in WNBA. You are correct. Now, marketing,
Yes.
marketing dollars, sponsorship, endorsement dollars are only being spent on the very big names. That's the difference. There's guys on every NBA team that barely touch the court that have TV commercials in their hometown.
Yes.
Let's look at it that way. This engine for the NBA, we're talking about basketball. So the engine for the NBA is a damn 50 turbo V20 20,000 compared to the 4-cylinder that the WNBA is. So, in my opinion, for them to pay us what you owe us, they don't owe you shit. It's your job to set it up for the future, which is what Tina Thompson and the rest of them did for Candace Parker, which is what they did for this generation here, and so on and so forth. So that to me was stupid. Pay us what you owe us. Well, what they owe you, and tell us why.
Well, and go to the point of Kelsey Plum, however you want to say it. She singled out Caitlin Clark in a press conference where they were asked about the shirts, and Kelsey Plum said it was discussed before the game, but not a single member of Team Clark was there. And the way that I feel about this is it's the same shit we've been seeing of it's an attack on Caitlin Clark. And, I get it. Y'all have been doing this and nobody cared until somebody else came along that people care about and want to watch. The problem I see, you're biting the hand that's feeding. We've been trying to explain this, that people are watching to see Caitlin Clark. And now I believe that every WNBA team has gained some notoriety. They've gained a couple fans. These women have definitely gained some traction. But off the backs of who? Who is usually on the court when we see these other people?
Now when you say this, you have a proven fact, because just here, we know that when they play up the street, usually they home games right up the street from my house up here in College Park, at the little gym up here in College Park up here. But when Caitlin comes in town, they plays down at State Farm. So again, like Skip said, it's how you have marketed the game. Now, mind you, financially, to move it to a smaller venue where you can, get more people in there, I get it, I understand. But again, you have to market your stars just how the NBA did back in the day. Each person had a superstar on their team, right, Skip?
Right. But the NBA, one reason why I hate comparing them to the NBA is because the NBA is always sport. WNBA has never been major. Women's basketball has never been major. So, remember y'all telling us a couple weeks ago about the quarterback thing on Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I lost my train of thought. Jesus, go ahead, man. I just lost my train of thought.
So, but like I was saying again, it's a marketing thing. Now you have the Angel Reeses of the world that they're, how she's been attacked, and it's on a negative level instead of the game. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But that's the drama aspect of it. That's almost like reality TV. Drama sells.
Go ahead. Let Coach get some of it.
Go ahead, Skip. You can make the point.
When I was talking about the quarterbacks, Shaq had a documentary about him buying focused on getting superstars to build the brand back up. Their main superstars right now is Angel Reese. What we do, companies, Nike, I don't think McCart has a Nike commercial simply because whatever she does anyway. But what Jack was doing was putting her out front, getting her modeling shoots, interviews, what have you, blah, 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 blah. Why can't Gatorade, why can't some of these clothing designers, some of these jewelry manufacturers, or what have you, Why can't they? Let's go over here and get what's her name? Deladonna, Deladonna, the old girl. She's a model in her country in all season. Deladonna, or whatever her name is. Why doesn't she have endorsements? Putting her out in the forefront, making it like, yeah, we're beautiful, but we play too. You know, something. And that to me is why they won't get paid what they think they're worth. It's because the dollars are just not coming in.
And that's just the main point about it, man. I don't think the WNBA as a league is trying to withhold money or being like, oh, you're only gonna make this. This is where you top out at. It's the money that's being put into the W from the fans or whoever else, which is not suffice enough to pay them more. You feel what I'm saying? And I agree wholeheartedly with Kel just as far as the whole CC thing is, women can be a little catty or feel like, she's stealing my thunder, she's stealing my. Hey man, I've been here down playing. Why the hell she get all this working? You know, not all women, but I'm sure some women have that thought process when speaking or thinking about Caitlin Clark. You feel what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like Caitlin can help that damn good. You feel what I'm saying? She's been in the gym working, and she put her panties on just like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like that. It's just you can work hard and be like her as well. It just takes time. So I do think a lot of women are in the league are being a little catty about it, feeling like because they played longer or because they're this type of player or whatever that why should she get all the thunder? Well, she earning it. She earned it in college and she earning it now. You feel what I'm
And
saying?
y'all wouldn't have this leg to stand on
It's
with
true.
pay us more
If it
had it
weren't for
not
her.
been for the recognition that CC brought to the game.
Agreed.
And you piggyback off of the success that the NCAA girls basketball tournament was having, because that's where the stars have came from. You still have another group, and this is what I don't understand either. Their contracts are almost what they get 2-year, 3-year deals, because it seems like they cutting players, or they release players, or they waive players, and now they go to another team like Brittany Garner. She's playing for the Atlanta Dream now. She's been playing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are they contracts based off 1 year?
She got traded. She got traded here.
I thought she signed it. She got traded. I thought it was a free agent sign. But that's what I'm saying. Like they
That's a man.
they move.
Yeah, she talks like this.
Yeah, she does. But they move players around just like it's nothing. It's like they don't build on their legacy. Like you gonna get a Caitlin, Angel Reese, one of them might stay on their team for a good 10-year period. But go ahead.
So they can do testosterone.
Yes.
Which would make any competing male ineligible.
Yes.
She can take so these women can take tests and it not be cheating. Makes you bigger, faster, stronger.
Does not in a woman's case.
Huh. Because that's why Brittany's voice is so deep. She's taking tests.
And everything else that's legal for her to go through the process.
Yeah, I mean you can get it prescribed. So
she ain't got no chest at all. She looks like a little boy from that. I mean, they showed her at the swimming pool with swimming trunks on, and I'm like, that's Brittany Brown. Wow.
I think she had her shit removed. I think she had the surgery to have her tits removed.
I ain't see a scar.
I mean, she probably didn't have much to begin with. They probably just got in there and like gyno, like sucked the fat out, kind of like what is that? LASIK or lipo? Lipo.
Yeah. Okay.
They might have just like lipoed the fat out, and yeah, she's flat. Dog.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's a man. I saw an Adam's apple.
Yeah, she talks like this.
She grew one. All right. Well, before we move into the real topics of the night, just Going back to what we started the show with, I just want to read a quote from the great Steve Spurrier. I sort of always liked playing Georgia the second game because you could always count on them having 2 or 3 key players suspended. When he was asked about playing Georgia, Steve Spurrier said that.
When he played again, when he was coaching South Carolina, man, it's a South Carolina reference. He keep bringing up South Carolina. Why?
Like they're relevant.
Hmm?
Like they're relevant.
Oh, it's okay.
Like
Give
they're
it 6
relevant.
weeks. Give it 6 weeks, and you'll see relevant. Because you think Carson Beck's going to take you to the Natty?
What did I say when he went
Carson
down
Beck
there?
going to get 3 STDs before the season's over.
Hey, man.
What did I say when we got Carson back?
I don't remember.
That's
Remind me.
all the reject coach. They should have went somewhere else. Not is he better than what we had? What we had coming this year? Yeah. He ain't gonna be the reason
we getting off the rails. This South Carolina is always
Well,
South Carolina game talk.
SEC championship.
Hey, man, what you drinking?
La Heisman, baby. La Heisman. All right, D, I don't know why this is the show topic or show header or who the hell even wanted to discuss, but Jalen Hurts, is he being disrespected or is it justified? I'm just going to start by what we all said last week when we were doing our top 10 QBs. None of us had him in the top 10. So I'll start there.
That's a lie.
He was in my
had
top.
him in the top 10.
He was in our
I
top
had
10. What are you talking about?
Oh shit. Abe, you had him in your top 10? Oh, okay. I take that back.
He was 10th. Yeah, he was 10th.
The reason this was the topic because I seen some earlier today, and what it is, Cam Newton had a take on Jalen Hurts, and of course it started a debate. If you played some up to his type of leadership, you might have a ring, or if you would have died on that fumble in the Super Bowl, they just going back and forth as they do as former players and analysts on the debate. And again, his record towards some of the elite quarterbacks in that AFC is remarkable to who you compare him to the GOAT that we have in the league, which is Mahomes. And that's the comparison that you have. He has a winning record against Mahomes. He's beat Mahomes on the biggest stage also. Now, you have some people say the team is stacked. Okay, fine. Take him off and insert anybody else. The same thing happened. Y'all criticize this man quarterback. I was one of them myself, talking about this man's quarterback on a day in, day out basis. Then look at the whole team. They don't play defense. That man quarterback right there. Your quarterback at one point had a stacked team when he was a rookie. See, y'all fail to forget these things. This man's team down here, Matt Ryan was a rookie with an almost ready-made team outside of his play that they built around to get them over the hump. See, people soon to forget that. But this man is a Super Bowl champion. He's also a 2-time national champion. He's been in a Heisman race and an MVP race. So when we was ranking our top 10, which ain't no problem. Now, this is the NFL talking about why they disrespecting me. And it's crazy because you have a less than Super Bowl champion, Eli Manning's, the Trent Dilfers of the world, and people like that. They get a lot more respect than this gentleman is getting. I wonder why. And Cam Newton, love you, brother. Love you. What is that? Where is it? There might be an Alabama-Auburn thing. It could be an underlying thing with that. But seems like it's a little hate because you your franchise that you took to the promised land and didn't get over the hump, didn't put the pieces around you that you needed to get over. Think about the Carolina teams now. This is the part where your GM plays a role. Your GM also. He knew what he had in place. They got a quarterback for the system that they run to do what they need to do. Same thing for this man team right here, and same thing for yours, sir. You got to have the players in the system to run what you're trying to run to work.
Okay. You say you think it might be hate or you think it is hate? between Cam Newton talking about Jalen Hurts? I'm asking.
It's an opinion, but when you start, this is opinion. But
Right? No, I'm asking you. I was asking you. Did you think it was hate, or you think he might be hating?
I think it's
because I got something to say about it.
Outside of just Cam Newton. Last year you had Chris Canty saying the same thing, hating on the guy, talking about he's not a top 10 quarterback, this, that, and the third. And then when the season ended, oh, he a top 10. I said he was a top 10 quarterback. So they caught him too. So I'm trying to figure out what is it? You don't like the Eagles, or is it something with him?
I think it's more of a comparison between Cam is comparing his career to Jalen's career outside of the Super Bowl win. I think Cam's stats are better than his outside of the Super Bowl win. And I think that's where the comparison is coming from, that point of view. It could be hate, it could not be hate, but that's what I'm thinking. Now,
Cam, not to cut you off, Skip. Not to cut you off.
Okay.
You got 4 years of Jalen Hurts, and Cam then played over 10 years. Now you go.
Right. Yeah, he definitely played more. But season average, if Cam has played more years than him and his averages are still better, would you make him a better quarterback? 10 years, and his averages still are better than a guy that's played 4 with the quote-unquote stacked team.
I say they go ahead. Go ahead.
No, come on.
I thought they two different quarterbacks personally.
Yes,
You got two different quarterbacks that was asked to do two different things.
Yes.
Meaning Cam was the focal point of that offense for the Carolina Panthers. He was massive, imposing type quarterback. Jalen Hurts is big, but he ain't big as no Cam.
No, not even close.
I think what some of it has to do with as well, Cam, if we're just taking Cam as the comparison because he was the one who made the statement, Cam was a more exciting player to watch.
Yes.
Cam was, we used to have the debate of game managers versus, what was it? Game managers versus game makers. What was the thing? Either way, I feel like, and it's not a dig at Jalen Hurts. It's the system that he's in. It's the team that he's on, what it's built for. He goes in and he manages the offense. Whereas Cam, in his position, he had to manage the game. He had to make plays in order to carry his team because he didn't have the weapons that the Eagles have. So I think that could be, when you look at it, there was a meme last year before the Super Bowl that before we knew who was going to be in it, where everybody was basically saying we didn't want to see Philly and KC again because it was going to be, Jalen Hurts throwing 18 of 42 for 180 yards, and the Eagles would win 21 to 17 or something. It was just, the excitement isn't there. It's, without the tush push. What do we see from? They live off of one play.
Well, I'm glad you said
that one play, the team doesn't have the success that it
really one play. So in the 2 Super Bowls that he been in, he outplayed Mahomes. You know that, right?
D, how many times a game do they use that one play?
That's to get one. That's to get. Wait a minute, Kev. That's to get 1 or 2 yards. We talking about that
he drives extended. If they don't do it on second down,
Kev,
they do it on fourth down. If they didn't have that play, they don't go for it on fourth down.
Kev, that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, all right, I get it, but
I gotta blow back on you there. You said in both Super Bowls he outplayed him. You talking about stat wise or on the field?
Stat wise.
In the first Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes threw that ball down the field to win the goddamn game.
You not listening to what I just said.
Okay.
You can't really use the stat of he beat Mahomes. You can't use the stat of he's beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl because Mahomes has beat him in the Super Bowl.
You didn't hear what I said.
No. I get what you're saying stat wise, but see, this is where the stats can lie. Because if it's not for Mahomes' play, for his athleticism, his decision making in the first Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts will have 2. So you could throw the stats out the window because Mahomes won that first Super Bowl, right?
Defense won that first Super Bowl because your boy fumbled the ball, and they got a touchdown off of that. KC did. He was outplaying Mahomes in every game they played in. He's outplayed Mahomes.
Understandable.
That's it.
Got
And you got, and I let Abe go because I'm holding him up. But you got other quarterbacks that he played against outside of Joe Burrow, talking about Mahomes, that Jalen Hurts is outplayed. He done ran the table on their whole division. Beat every last one of them. And that was last year. So, go ahead, Coach.
And I think just what Cam was talking about is that, not only is Hurts might not be the most exciting player to watch, he's not asked to do what a lot of these other quarterbacks do to win the game. You got Quan, you got AJ, you got Schmitty, you got hell of a tight end and Goddard, you got Georgia defense. So you got a lot of factors that play into it.
defense?
Georgia, they everywhere. They all over that damn. They everywhere. So
Don't nobody say nothing about them South Carolinas even playing.
who is that? Who is that? Who
I'm
is
sorry,
South Carolina? Okay,
sorry.
my bad, Kel. So I think that's what Cam was talking about. It's other quarterbacks, and and I'm just giving an example. He wasn't in my top 10, but Jared Goff. He's asked to do a lot more on his offense, on his team, than Hurts is. Throw the ball 40, 50 times a game if he needs to. I don't think that they're going to ever ask Hurts to do that. Now, the game might not be set up like that, but it's just that Hurts doesn't have to put the team on his back quite like a Burrow or Allen or even a Mahomes. So, I just feel like that's where Cam is coming from with that. Now, if you take prime Cam and put him on Philly in place of Hurts, how many bowls you got?
That's good. Right now you might have 3.
Everyone on the page.
Agreed. So it's a little different, and I will say that his winning ways is a lot of part of why he was in my top 10. You feel what I'm saying? Now football is the ultimate team sport, but he is the quarterback for the best team. So, in essence, as he didn't do, stat wise like Mahomes and all that, you still have to respect what he's done, and throw him a bone. So, I don't feel like Cam is hating. I just feel like he did play the game, the same position at a very high level. So he knows how to do that, and he was asked to do a whole lot more than Hurts was.
That's a fact.
So that's where I think Cam's coming from with it. He always has these takes where people feel like he's hating, whether it be on whoever. But in this case, like I said, he's played that position at a high level, so he knows what it takes. And not saying that he's saying Hurts isn't. It's just that he has a lot more surrounding and supporting cast to help him and his team be successful.
There you go.
I'm going to say this before we move on because we got to get to the next thing. And this comes with Cam. I think that we sometimes see this with RG3. I think it's still players. I feel there's a mindset within commentating and the guys who are new to the broadcasting, and now everybody's got a podcast. I think it comes down to, in their minds, they feel that they can still play and essentially do a better job. But in reality, there's a reason that they're not signed with anybody anymore, and you're on TV. But in their, it's their entire lives they were on the field, and now not being on the field, they're still in that mindset of I can do this. So they're watching and saying, "Oh, this is where I could do that better." But in reality, again, that's why you're not signed. All right. Well, man, this is. Oh, hang on. Let me get that off the screen there. All right. Miami Northwestern coach Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended after spending over $200,000 of his own money to fund team expenses. Team expenses. There we go. This included Uber rides, weekly recovery services, pregame meals, training camps, custom pride sets to outfit players. I don't know what that one means. But either way, he was using his money to help out some of his athletes, and he is now suspended. And it looks like the first academy from the postseason. Okay, they have been banned from the postseason for 2 years and fined $36,000.
Now, but before I won't Skip to do his take because he's from the bottom. He knows where the area, he knows where everything is, and I want Coach to give his opinion on this topic because he's in youth sports where they do get donations for what they do and how that goes. So go ahead.
The donation thing is completely different because it's being given to the school for a specific reason. What he was doing was 100% against the rules, but he didn't think it was bad because he was doing it for the betterment of the school, not just the team. Because had he made a right decision, they won't even put no lines on the football field. These kids ain't eating. He'd have been out the door like Ed Reed was at the Dome because he blasted them the same way. They weren't doing what they were supposed to do with the money. The state of Florida allots certain money to each individual school for each individual purpose. Now, Miami Northwestern is a very big school. I think they're 5 or 6A. Should they have enough money to do what they need to do? Yes. With all the alumni outside of him from that school, they should have a purse or something. But one more thing. This is not the first time this has happened in Florida. There was a coach in North Florida somewhere that got banned from coaching for doing the exact same thing. So his punishment is light in comparison. Now, I don't know the exact extent of what that first coach did with his own money to the school or how he was bringing it in or whatever. But I think what saved him was he didn't lie about nothing he did. He told them everything he did, had receipts for it, proof, and everything else. So this should ring all types of bells in the High School Association in Florida because a school of that stature, that size, should not have one person doing as much as he's done to get this football team in playing position, buying them outfits to show up. What Dion was essentially doing for Jackson State, making sure bought all the guys, making sure they had the. So, the area is not the best of areas. It's not an upscale area like a Duluth or a Dunwoody or a Buckhead or nothing, but there's money there. So there's more to this. Ain't no more to it. He just did what he thought he needed to do to help his team. So, I don't have a problem with what he did, but it definitely is against the rule. So
Skip, what's the rule? Because I'm not.
The rule is you cannot give money to an individual or a program without it going through the right channels. He should have donated it to the school and say, I'm donating it to the school for the football team. Now, what would have happened had he done that? They would have divvied that money up between all the sports.
That he knew that.
And he knew that. So now, I don't think he realized he was breaking the rules to the extent that he did. But he knew that if he donated that money to the school, say, hey, man, the football team need this, I'm going to give you all this money because it's against the rules for me to do it myself. They wouldn't have gotten all the money that he donated and wouldn't have been nothing he could have did about it because you had to donate it to the school.
Yeah, and totally agreeable with everything that's said. He just didn't go about it the right way. Even if he gave the money to his homeboy and say, look, I need you to donate this money to the school I'm at. Anything other than
Yeah.
from his hand to theirs. And I think what a lot of it was like you said, he was buying food for his players, he was getting Uber rides, a lot of stuff that hey he gave the money to the school wasn't gonna get done. You feel what I'm saying? So I definitely have no problem whatsoever in what he did, but just you gotta know the system and you gotta uh just take I want to say take responsibility of handling it differently. And it's still tough because like you said, the kids weren't getting pregame because the kids didn't have a ride to practice. The kids need to go to camp. Now, all of this stuff that he did, if I'm not mistaken, brought a championship to that school. Am I right?
Back to back.
There you go. So I would like to know who came into this doing the snitching. Was it somebody outside of?
The person they beat.
I
Was
don't
it
think
somebody
so.
outside of that, or was it somebody
From,
internally?
from
And like I said, Uber rides and food and stuff like that, that's personal stuff that the kids probably didn't have the money to do, or the mama and them didn't have the money to do. So in that instance,
Nobody, Abe, nobody snitched. Remember, Bridgewater snitched on himself.
he told
When
me.
he
he was
told
asking
Because
for
questions
help.
start to arise. How are these kids getting these Ubers? How is everybody in uniform and we didn't provide?
what he what he did was it said that, hey, this year can y'all donate and help out this year? Because I had to put my own money in the pot last year, and this how much I had to spend. So it's a dry snitching on itself, as you would say, to say whatever.
and I think too,
So like,
it was just trying to bring the situation to light. Like, hey man,
without
I gotta if I'm gonna be at this school for some odd amount of years, I gotta do this every damn year. I don't have the money every year. You
And
feel what I'm saying? I ain't sure of his career earnings in the league, but I'm sure his old lady, his family, like he has a obligation to take care of them first. And every year you taking 200 some odd $1,000 out of his pocket, out of their household to, see about his team. That's
and
like,
my
come on, bro. You feel
and,
what I'm
and
saying?
from my understanding from somebody I know personally from that area outside of Skip, that's a little younger, Teddy Bridgewater is loved down there from where he's from. He has major love where he's from. This high school that again, I'm getting this from somebody I talked to about it. That high school was in the dumps, sort of football wise, Teddy Bridgewater, and they made a 1 year turnaround and took them to the state championship and won, bringing them back to whatever promise. Skip knows because he's from there. This school sits in the heart, from my understanding, of a project type area. Skip.
yep, walking distance.
This is another where they shut down the city for these teams to play against this team. Is almost like a high school, college atmosphere down there. Am I right, Skip? You know better than I do.
What he was he brought his celebrity, and with that knowledge, all of those players that superstars that wasn't going to school half-ass and all that, he got all of them to come back to school.
Mm-hmm.
To buy into what he was doing. And then, the talent is always there. We just got to get the right coaches to get these kids out of the community and back in school. And that's what he did.
Well, real quick. Damn, I just lost my whole train of thought.
It happened.
There you go. All you got to do, and allegedly, you have your cousin, you have your mama, make a nonprofit organization in which they receive a unanimous donation. And then that nonprofit can donate to the school.
It got to be to the football program.
But
To the school.
I totally agree with you, but I'm looking at the fact when you walk like this man right here, if what coach does in the youth football program, they know when camp starts what they need provided for them to travel like they do, to move around, uniform, food, drink, whatever they need. They know what they need from the jump. So Teddy, you walked in a situation. Before you start spending money, you should have. Did you know this when you was walking in? Just like you say, how Ed Reed blasted Bethune-Cookman like he did. You went on a job interview, did you not? Before you signed on the dotted line to take over.
That's his alma mater too.
That's
his alma mater. He went to high school there.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You know what you was walking into. You know what you was gonna need to turn this program around. We've watched numerous coaches come on in high school and tell a booster club, y'all want a state championship? We just seen one 2 years ago. I need $2 million from y'all, and I win y'all a state. We seen him ask the boosters, "This is what I need," and you telling me 200,000? Like you say, he went about it. He did a good gesture. How he said, "I'm not gonna go through all the red tape. I'm just gonna, okay, you need this, you need this, you need this." Hey, he still has an agent. Don't think he don't. Can I afford to put, how much money can I put over into this program? Now that 200,000, you ain't gonna sit there and tell me 200,000 for the whole year. That's a lot of money.
For both years.
Well, you got to remember a damn high school football season, playoffs included, is only about either 13 or 14 games, I'm pretty sure. Because I think there are only 10 regular season games.
They went 12-2.
13 or 14. It's 13 or 14.
They went 12-2.
So, I mean, $200,000 and let's just take out summer camp and that, just do the regular season. I mean, you talking $20,000 a week almost.
Okay.
That's tough.
Just divide it. Yeah, you talk about $14,000 a week. If you just take that $200,000 in between the 14-week football season.
Gotcha.
Now you put in your spring training and
give or take.
Yeah, camp and all that stuff. But
he was getting acupuncture. He was getting them treatments. He bought all of them the alike uniforms. That's the pride outfit you're talking about. They had the warm-ups, the shorts, the practice jerseys, all of that. That's the pride outfit. He was doing the Ubers. He was feeding them and everything else. So it's not just like every week he's shelling out money. This started over the summer, and it was over the course of 2 years. It wasn't just 1 year.
Y'all know what it sounds like, fellas? It sounds like Teddy Bridgewater was down there being a father figure to some of these cats.
That's what coaches need to be.
And somebody's unhappy about it.
No. How you figure that?
Sometimes I kind of understand what Kev
somebody
is saying.
unhappy if he getting sanctioned or whatever.
Yeah, somebody, if you think about it, Skip, just think about it in these terms. You got Skip High School over here that you've been there for 10 years. You're not getting the support that you need. You've been, hey, I need this and that. Y'all winning. You know what I'm saying? Sporadically. You have a good season this year, whatever. He comes in from the league and, it's already some jealousy there. Even though you might have some support, you still going to have those jealous crabs in the bucket mentality. He starts winning off the jump. It's nothing. Now he's like, Teddy's home. You know what I'm saying? You got this joke over here. Damn. Okay. Just like butter on belly eating a banana. Oh, I'm getting them.
Who knows? His backup QB from high school might be at one of these other schools over here that he keeps putting a whooping on. And he might have took his girl back in the day and felt like that spot should have been his. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know.
Right.
Either. All right.
I don't like that shit.
Skip.
Yeah.
Skip. Give me a top 5 NFL running back.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
laughing at Kent. I'm laughing at Kent.
Did the white folks
Told
tell?
on itself, basically. And something had to be done because this wasn't the first instance of this happening. So the high school association, athletic association in Florida had to step in. What was your question again, Kev?
Give me your top 5 NFL running backs.
Ooh.
Right now.
Oh, Lord. All right. We're gonna go with the Alabama monster, the king. You in order or just any 5?
Your 5.
Gotta go. Let me think.
I got mine already ready.
It ain't gonna be damn one up on the Falcons. I promise you it ain't.
I got mine already ready.
He in the top.
Okay. Well, Skip will give you a minute to think. Abe, go ahead. Abe is ready to fire this shit off.
You want me? Okay. I this is what I'll do. I'll give you what ESPN said, and then y'all go. How about that?
Pick your 5 first.
Go yours.
Okay. I got Saquon. I got King Henry. I got the Falcons running back, Mr. Robinson. That's my 3. That's my top 3 right there. Right after that, we got your boy McCaffrey. Even though he's been hurt, he's still a mainstay. Number 5, I'm gonna go with shoot. We might have to go with, even though he's had some down years as of right now. Josh Jacobs. I'm gonna go with Josh Jacobs up there. No. I'm sorry. Number 5 is my boy up there in Detroit, Gibbs.
Jahmyr
Gibbs. That's who I'm going with.
Abe, go ahead.
Quan, King, Henry, Gibbs, Robinson, Josh Jacobs.
Who?
Quan.
Oh, Saquon. Okay, I'm like, who the hell is
King Henry.
I said,
Jahmyr, Bijan, Josh Jacobs. Now, the only reason I put Jahmyr over Bijan is because Jahmyr Gibbs has more explosive long-distance touchdown runs, like 50, 60, like that. Bijan has yet to do that, but he right there. So that's my 5. And I was wondering, like, man, why the hell we do 10? But I just went around looking at all the backs, and it ain't but maybe 15 premier backs in the league. So it's kind of
if that.
Yeah. I got 15 that's formidable, but yeah, that's my 5.
Now, you ready, Skip?
I can go with that. But just being an asshole, I'll put McCaffrey in there before I put your boy from the Falcons in there.
All right, I'm gonna give you.
So that's just me being an ass. I mean, he deserved it. I'm just being an asshole. I can say that.
I'm gonna D.
Good, Liz.
D. I'm gonna give you Saquon, Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'm none of y'all have said this one yet. I'm gonna take Josh Jacobs at 5, but at 4, because his future is bright. Bucky Irving.
I like that.
But yeah. He's done nothing, so he can't be in the top 5.
That's his pick. Wait, Skip. That's him.
I like Bucky though.
You have to have done something to be in the top 5.
Skip,
Josh Jacobs done.
That's his opinion. Skip, let him have it.
Okay, I can give my opinion, gang. I can't give my. Okay, my opinion is he did shit.
Okay, we don't attack that man. Stop attacking our token fellow on the show.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just happy Dallas ain't got a good running back, so he can slide them in there.
Go ahead, Kev, finish. Kev.
I'm on the road tonight, baby.
Go ahead, Kev.
I'm waiting on Skip. Skip, give me your top 5.
Huh?
He waiting on you, Skip, to get your top 5.
Oh, I said I agree with Abe, with the exception of I would take Bijan off and put McCaffrey in.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so to
But
say that,
just
to
being funny.
say that ESPN, the analysts that have more, everything than us, they had Saquon 1, Derrick Henry 2, Gibbs 3, Bijan 4, and number 5, Christian McCaffrey. That's their list. Last year, McCaffrey was ranked number 1. Bijan was ranked number 6 as of last year. Gibbs was ranked number 8 last year. Henry was ranked last year. You ready for this?
He was out of
9.
time.
He was ranked number 9 last year.
Didn't he lead the league in rushing again this year?
No, Saquon did.
Quan.
And
But
last,
wasn't Henry right behind him in rushing yards?
Yes. And
But remember, Henry
year,
last year didn't get to the Ravens until the playoff time. So if this was his first full season
with
in
the
that
Ravens,
system. Yeah.
And last year, Saquon was ranked number 4. So you see the running back situation jumping around, moving around. Well, Chris McCaffrey was the odd and elite back a year ago.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Saquon could have broke the rushing record.
True.
This around a lot. Good. What's wrong?
And you went out for a second. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said I'm pissed because he chose not to break it. Because the coach wanted to put him back in the game, and you just don't. We're talking about statements making here. We're talking about legacy, and what legacy better than being the all-time leading single season yards leader rusher?
McCaffrey definitely would have been in my top 5 hadn't it been for his injury.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me, y'all. I got a reply. The Falcons ain't gonna win a playoff game.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Since you want to talk about my running back, he better than yours. He make more money than yours.
Don't bring the money in it.
He got more rushing yards than yours do.
Not last year.
He got more rushing yards than yours do. And look,
There they go.
Atlanta Brave, Miami Dolphin fan down there.
Go ahead, Kev. What we got?
This one is interesting. Oh, damn, I lost it. I think his name Shamir Stewart. Did I get that right? Was that who that was?
Cincinnati,
Texas A&M first round draft pick to the Cincinnati Bengals has had some problems with his contract negotiations and has said that if the problem is not fixed, then he will sit this year and re-enter the draft next year.
You know what the problem is? You heard what the problem is?
The language.
They want to put a clause in his contract. It's never been done before. That if he gets a speeding ticket, they can void his contract and not owe him nothing.
Now, Skip, here's the example that I gave to D backstage before we got on air.
Mm-hmm.
I don't personally know, I haven't looked into it, if he had any problems in college. But if you remember, Kyler Murray's contract had a clause for him to watch film because they knew he didn't watch film.
Exactly.
If the kid had a reoccurring problem in college, I don't think it's a bad idea to cover your investment.
We can't assume that. We can't assume it because it hasn't been said. It was known about Kyler Murray going into the draft that he don't know how to watch film and none of that stuff. So for them to do that, and this is unprecedented. And Kyler Murray wasn't that specific. This man couldn't get a speeding ticket without the threat of his contract being voided and owed no money. Everybody was like, "Don't sign that. That's stupid."
Now, the backup what me and Kel was reading and we was getting our research on this. In the statement that I read, fellas, it was saying that his language getting put into all these guys' contracts now, coming into the league with things like this where they can terminate contracts. This goes back to what we were saying. now the league has been giving up all this guaranteed money. You got to read the fine print, and it's language where it's saying we can void all guaranteed money if its actions detrimental to the team, and say they are following behind other teams' contracts to players. So we never heard of this type of stuff before, meaning putting it out, what they put into their contracts. So if I have never gotten in any trouble, before you draft me, like we said, they have an FBI in the NBA in the NFL that searches to see if you are a questionable player. So why is this in my contract if I've never gotten in trouble? Now we know that whole division that team plays in, they are cheapskates. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland, they don't like to play people. They do, and Pittsburgh, they don't like to pay. You got the damn nail. Huh?
Atlanta don't pay nobody for quarterback.
Atlanta ain't got nothing to do with this, Skip. We talking about that division right there. And the Falcons have paid some folks. So at the end of the day, that division doesn't like to pay. Cincinnati is notorious, and Pittsburgh are notorious not paying their players. So I just don't understand it. And you gonna mess around and lose this kid back in the draft. Go ahead, A.
Well, Cincinnati paying 3 players $130 million just for next season. Burrow, and the 2 receivers. They didn't sign Hendricks yet. I don't think they did.
Chase and what's the other
yes,
one?
Yes. Higgins making 20 plus, Chase making close to 40, and Burrow is making 50.
Quarterback money.
Yes. So it just seems to me, for Cincinnati, man, you need to get Hendricks in there first. You need to pay him because he's the one who's led the lead the last 2 or 3 seasons in stats, whether it be injuries to other players or whatnot. And it would benefit Cincinnati to get this kid in there so they can have a good set of bookends, good ass end on each side. Now, the stipulations in this contract are a bit steep. I didn't look at what all it contained, but I think what Cincinnati doing is they feel like, okay, so we give you this money, we want to pay you, we want to hear, but we want you to have a sense of responsibility. Now, who's to say that he'll get a speeding ticket? I mean, his wife might be in late. Maybe different issues on why he getting a ticket. May not just be damn reckless driving or whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? So, I feel like it's a bit sketchy for them to put that in there. However, they want him as an NFL player and as a grown man to cross all his T's and dot all his I's. So they want him to have a sense of responsibility and accountability if he messes up. Now, do I think he will sign it? I don't think he will. And this will be the first time that I can remember somebody sitting out a year and re-entering the draft. Now, as another team, how do you look at that young man? How do you look at, man, because other teams are going to talk to Cincinnati. Hey, what all did this contract consist of? Why didn't he sign it? You know, what did y'all do or not do that helped to hurt the situation? So,
well, and he also won't play for a year.
There you go. Other teams gonna do their homework if this pans out to where he doesn't sign and re-enter the draft, and they're not gonna be as quick to take a chance on him either because everybody's taking the same chance. You see what I'm saying?
Now, Coach, it's $19 million. That's what the money is on the table right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna, if he don't, he's gonna lose that. He's not gonna get that $19 million back again when you got another crop of players coming in.
Mm-hmm.
What
right?
Did he get that?
Say what, Skip?
What number did he get drafted at? First round, right?
He got first round.
First round.
He's like, I think 13th or 14th. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Top 15.
But I'm saying he was the second one in his position off the board, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the boy from Penn State went. Yeah, Abdul Carter went.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right,
So you have that, but again, like Coach Abe said, he didn't see it. It was all the time they said was language in a contract that mirrored other rookies' contracts. So, like you say, we might have just throwing it out there, little Johnny from Northwestern that's got some DUIs on his docket. Got drafted in the first round. We finna give you $20 million, but one DUI and we void the whole contract. You see what I'm saying?
Now, one thing I can say is I looked it up here and it says, based on the available information, there's no evidence to suggest that Shamar Stewart got into any trouble or had any disciplinary issues while he was at Texas A&M. But we know what happens with star players. I mean, and I'm not saying, Skip, but Aaron Hernandez shot somebody and it got covered up. So, I'm not saying if he did get a DUI or it could have even been drunken disorderly, you know what I mean? Which is like one of the lowest charges you can get. They might have swept it under the rug to not hurt his future.
Well, Kev, you got to think about it again. It might not be him. It might be the circle around him.
That's true, too.
And it could have been something happened maybe down in
Mississippi, Texas
A&M to where it happened. And, he's a known figure down where he at.
Mm-hmm.
I got it swept under the rug. It might have been. It just could have been any old thing to where Cincinnati's like, okay, bro, it didn't come out in public, but we know you did this, so we just want to make sure you're not going to do this no more. You see what I'm saying? And if he has a problem with that, I feel like he ain't taking responsibility or advantage of his opportunity. Because if it says just I know it sounds crazy, Skip, but if it says, hey, no speeding ticket, no reckless driving, no domestic violence. That's all it says.
If it said that, I think it said no trouble, period.
Detrimental to the team. So when you say detrimental,
when the owner came out and said, if you're sitting in a jail cell, why am I paying you?
He can get in an argument with a girl in a restaurant about paying the bill. She can call, he can go to jail. That's trouble. That's what I'm saying. The language reads no trouble, period. And for y'all, for everybody to sit here and tell me this man is guilty of some shit that you don't know he did.
Well, now,
y'all saying he's guilty of anything.
That's backwards. That's backwards.
But it's the reason why that Cincinnati's doing this though. Like, you ain't just come in here. No,
clean.
You didn't come in here clean. So all they trying to do, long story short, is protect their investment. Now, man, is it a little sketchy? It is, but if you had come in there with a clean slate, who's to say that would have even been in your contract? But they just trying to protect their investment and help him get a sense of responsibility. That's all.
I cannot believe we are proving this man. We're giving this man guilt. We putting guilt.
No.
Nobody is saying.
Let me make my point. Ain't no. Each one of y'all just said this could have happened. This could have happened. This could have been slipped on the rug. We don't know nothing. Where's the innocence?
No, Skip. I was saying I didn't say he was guilty. I don't like the language in the contract. Let me.
No, what you said about the young kid down in Texas. You said we don't know what he didn't get into. We don't know if he was with some people that got in trouble. It could be his entourage. That is guilty until proven innocent. Abe said, well, he's big known down there, blah, 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 blah. It could have been this. We just don't know. That's guilty until proven innocent. He said the same thing. Where is the innocence, the presumption of innocence?
Because I don't think there would be a reason to put this in the contract if everything was okay. Because if there wasn't a reason and this was just like a, hey, let's just, we're just taking a safety precaution here, it would have been in all the draftees' contracts.
Thank you, Dad.
I think there is a source as to why this was put in the contract. They didn't just say, you know what, let's make it to where this kid can't do anything. We talked about Judkins at the beginning of the show, Kent.
But the picking back on what Skip is saying, Skip, we were just talking about Jerkins, like he was saying. We've seen numerous years, Skip, where these kids come in, the Henry Ruggs of the world, the other kid, the Rice guy up there in Kansas City, with the speeding going on. We were just talking about the marijuana use. We got them putting their hands on folk. You know what I'm saying? The physical abuse and the fight. So if this language, not just this kid, what I read, they say all teams are putting language in these kids' contracts. It ain't just him. That's what I was going to say, Skip.
Okay.
And it's a different type. These are different types of new NFL players we're getting because some of these kids are coming in with money already.
That's the problem. There it is right there.
They ain't got nothing to do with the contract because they come in.
It's not like getting a new job where you're going to make twice what you were making. It's like getting now when you already come in with money. I feel like it's like getting a raise at the company you've been at for 10 years. You already know everything to do. You just have to learn your new position. You're not learning a new life, a new lifestyle.
Well, Kev, I'm gonna say you not learning your day in, day out job that you have to do as far as the physicality of it. But you are getting a new lifestyle because now it's intensified times 10. You might have $500,000 in college. Now I got $5 million. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now the curfew is off, if you would say, far as NFL. I gotta be at practice, but they off on Tuesday. Every Tuesday, that's their off day. So I can do whatever the hell I want in the off season. I can go wherever I want and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it, but it's getting to the point where they're getting $20 million and these teams can't recruit their money when they get in trouble. So like I said, I don't agree with it at all, but I just want to know personally, what is the language? You're saying detrimental to the team. What is it? Because you can't account for nobody whooping somebody's ass. You can't account for that. So what's my level of, okay, you get into a physical confrontation, we're gonna automatically cut you. You know what I'm saying? You got DUIs, we're gonna put you in a program for drug and abuse or whatever the case may is, but you got 3 strikes, then you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Because these are stuff on regular jobs that we go to every day. Even though they stuff is more, because they got, like I say, they got millions of dollars they playing with. And outside of the NFL team, they got their own branding also.
All right. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I'm listening. I just can't.
All right.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with race. It's just the fact that y'all went straight to the negative.
It could just be somebody covering their ass in the future. I mean, look at how many times somebody gets paid, they get some guaranteed money, and then they go mess up. But I mean, you're still on the hook for that money. They signed a contract, I mean, they might not play another down football, but we still got to pay their ass. The Cleveland Browns. Other off-field issues aside with Deshaun Watson, they've been paying. It was a 5-year contract. They've been paying it for 4 years. They've gotten 1 season of football out the man. So at the end of the day, now injuries have played that, but there has been other factors with the off-field stuff, and we've been paying a guy the biggest quarterback at the time, the biggest QB contract ever, guaranteed, and he played for us. So now I feel like these NFL teams have reached a point to where the money has gotten. Remember, the money has elevated. The market's reset almost every season, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, man, I'm going to protect. If I got to spend that damn money, I'm going to make sure I'm putting it to good use.
Cincinnati has had how many players get in any kind of major trouble where they had to finish paying our contract?
Well, Burford got in trouble on the field, doing what he do. Not many.
That's the point I'm making right there.
Not many, but that's why I made the comment, Skip, that they don't like to pay already.
I got you. And if that's the case, don't draft nobody. Because again, if he had a track record of this, he has no track record of it. Damn if they swept it on the road. Damn if they covered it up. He has no track record of it. You have no evidence to lay on the table and say, this is why we're doing this. Because if it was covered up, it's covered up. If a private developer says, well, this happened, there's no record of it, but it happened. There's no proof. And this is why I'm so upset with y'all talking about he could have did this, he might have did this might have happened. So that's the reason why. There's no presumption of innocence. And that's what's bothering me about this debate. There's none for y'all three in the world, so to speak, if we think about it, because everybody's agreeing with the team protecting $20 million.
Well, he said that he's reading reports that other teams are putting this language in contracts as well. So does that change the opinion if it's not just this kid? If it's, half the rookies that are coming into the NFL are getting verbiage like this in their contract.
Well, the tell Skip too, the agent, what happened to give Skip more contents in it. The agent, which I got to commend his agent, read through the contract, through the fine print. If you come to either one of us, Skip, I come to your business now and I say, Skip, I'm going to give you $20 million. You won't give a damn what it is. You're getting $20 million. Now, you find out later, I got a 75% stake in your business. Mm-hmm. You done got your 20, but you're going to be looking at everything you do from now. I'm taking 75% of your business. You can be like, damn, D, you going to do me like that? You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's business. And I get it.
But I mean, this is still business too now. Okay. But at the same time, that agent read that contract and told him not to sign. No, dude, you ain't doing it. Which is good.
Because he's being paid to represent him and he's representing him right.
Well, so I agree with that aspect of it. I just want to know what the language is.
But see, that's the thing. We're debating on what we think the language is. Pretty much.
Yes.
And from what I read, it was he can't get in a stitch of trouble. They can void his contract and not owe him a dime. That was the reason why his agent said, don't sign that. That's a bad deal all the way around. Now, like I just said earlier, instead of us defending the fact that he's making a great decision, we're sitting here saying the reason why we think they're doing it. And none of it is valid. Kev looked it up and said he's not been in any trouble in Texas A&M. And I've heard 3 different versions of why he could have been, but it ain't been proven. Go ahead, Coach.
Man, I see where you coming from with it, Skip, but not to Kel's point, but if Kel says been in other rookies' contracts the same language, why the hell they signed it? And
they didn't have a good enough agent.
Okay. And when you come into the league, now this just me. I can't speak on everybody else. Okay? If I come into the league, this is my dream of playing since 8 years old, being on the NFL team. I'm here now. So my rookie year, I got my head down rolling. I ain't gonna get in no trouble. So I'm gonna sign it. That's just me. I'm gonna sign it because I know I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna hold myself accountable in whatever situation. Now, this is the mature age talking, so I can't really say
I
how
got you.
it is now. You feel what I'm saying? But if all this says is I can't get in no trouble, that is getting the right people around me, taking my ass home after practice,
Okay.
staying late after practice, or whatever it may be,
Okay.
to stay out the way, to stay out of the way.
Okay.
And if all his contract says is, bro, you gotta stay your ass out of trouble. Now I know things happen, and the NFL and his team will investigate to see if he was pushed to do something, if he did something, or if he just said, I don't care what's going on, I'm just gonna do this. You see what I'm saying? But if all this says is no trouble, why the hell are the other rookies signing? You feel what I'm saying? And I think just because they don't feel like they gonna do nothing to get in no trouble. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna have their head down rolling. I'm a rookie. I gotta learn this playbook. I gotta learn offenses. I gotta learn a defenses if I'm on offense or whatever it may be. All my focus is right now, right here today, is football. That's it. I don't care about nothing else.
Right.
You know, and I'm not sure if, like I said, if the same language as other players' contract or not, but he the only one unsigned right now.
Exactly.
So he can't be the only one getting a bad deal or something he may not agree with on his contract, but is he the only one that's not saying I'm just gonna lock in? I ain't getting in no trouble anyway. Let me sign
Well,
this.
but Abe, if he might not be the only one with it, but if he is the only one with verbiage like that in his contract, there's a reason to it.
I agree.
And see, the biggest thing is we know how all four of us know how easy it is to get in trouble.
Yes, sir.
I could be
I was a saint.
no, I'm like him, like
New Orleans Saint.
yeah, that's about the only saying he was. He's the second best running back in the draft. He got drafted to Cincinnati, okay? But he gets in an argument with the coach at practice, gets on the coach's bad side, coach dogging him out. He pissed off at coach pissed off at him, go on the bench, blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, we finna go to the BW3 to get some wings, man. Want to ride with us?
That joke saying BW3.
You remember BW3?
BW3.
That's how long I've been in the A.
Yeah, you
Y'all old.
ATL-ified now, boy.
Yes, sir. Wait, you back.
BW3.
Yeah,
You go
crank
there.
your car up.
You jump in the car with your teammates. There's a gun in the car. The gun registered.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody claimed the gun. They all get arrested for a gun charge. It could be explained away, but he got in trouble. Legally, the team can void his contract. That's what I get from what the agent said. It's a terrible contract to sign. We can sit here and say, well, I ain't gonna get in no trouble. Let me sign it. And something as simple as that happens.
That's true.
Say, you know what? We're gonna upload him anyway because he ain't what we thought he was. This is our out. That's why I said innocent until proven guilty versus the other way around. Everybody's taking a chance. All 32 teams took a chance on all 7 draft picks, or however many they had this year.
Okay.
So no, I don't blame him. Mm-mm. And if the other one sided, maybe the verbiage was different. If it's the same, then that's stupidity on their part and the agent's part for not reading the paperwork and put their name to it. If the verbiage was exactly the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Skip, give me last two.
Well, let's talk about what we were just arguing about. In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, these NFL, these corporations, businesses, the NFL coaches, owners, whatever, when they do stuff like what's happening to this young kid, there has to be an explanation because we're going to debate and argue what our points of view versus off of the little bit of information we get, and it's going to create drama about the team or dislike towards the team for doing a young kid like this, and especially now with the information it's at our fingertips. We can go to the internet and find out everything we need to find out. So my thing is make it universal, make it to where there's some leeway in the language, and then it's easily to it'll be more easy to accept versus just saying he can't get in no trouble and this could happen, this could happen, this could happen because the gun is loaded on one side and it's really empty on the other. So again, I hope they get it figured out and this kid plays this year. If not, I hope Cincinnati don't win another game for 10 years.
That I'm not a banger.
Thank y'all for tuning in again tonight. I really appreciate it. My take is we seen some tragedy over the weekend with the kid down at Ole Miss losing his life. Some other stuff that we know that happened here locally that I will not discuss on this show. Parents, please wrap your arms around these young kids out here doing the summer. School is about to start, and every year that we get ready to start school, fall finna kick in, football finna start playing, we seeing tragedies, we seeing things that athletes are finding themselves, young teenage kids getting themselves in grown folks' problems that they should not be in.
Yes, sir.
So again, communicate with your kids, see what's going on in their life outside of just them being an athlete, and see when you sending him over or sending her over to their friend's house, what type of environment they in and what type of hanger-ons or cliques or whatever you want to call it, because we're losing kids every day and they're getting younger and younger all the way to 15, 14, 13 years old. So that's my last take, and appreciate everybody for tuning in, and see you next week.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. Shouts out to my team, ATL Supreme 8U. Went out to Vegas over the weekend, won 2 games, big. Scored about 70 points in games. I had some working obligations I had to attend to, so I was unable to go. But I'm looking forward to getting the podcast and everybody out there so they can see what we got going. But that was not my last take. My last take is parents of athletes, especially young athletes, man. The favorite player of a coach is not the receiver, it's not the quarterback, it's not the lineman. It's just a player who want to play football. And when you in the league, man, you ask to play position that you may not play in your middle school, high school, college, or NFL possibly career. So now we have 3 guys who never touch a ball: Miles Garrett, the guy from Vegas, Max Crosby, and just recently TJ Watt, making almost 40 or over $40 million per season, and they never touch a football.
Soon to be Michael Parsons.
Soon to be Michael Parsons. Yes, I'm looking for him to get probably a meal or so over Watt. But parents, just train your kid to play football. If you want to concentrate on a position, I get it. But you don't have to do it so early, because you may get to Georgia and you may have played running back your whole little league and middle school, high school career. Georgia may want you to switch over to linebacker, switch over to tight end. And it's that's when it comes in is, are you just a tight end? Are you just a receiver? Are you just a running back? Or are you a football player? So just take heed to that, man, especially the parents with the young kids. Like I said, you got players out here making $40+ million who never gonna touch a football. So that's just something to think about. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next week.
Abe, I like that point. Demetrius Knight, he was just drafted. He was a South Carolina linebacker. See how I did that there? Played quarterback.
Joker here, man. This is ridiculous.
Played quarterback his entire high school career, little league, and all that. And he was just drafted in the first round as a linebacker. He played linebacker all 4 years at South Carolina, and he was a dog. He was a 4-year starter. All right, well, Man, I had a last take, but it did just slip my mind. So I'll go here, man. Dustin the Diamond Poirier
His ass.
and Max Holloway. Man, oh man, it was 5 rounds of 2 dudes beating the hell out of each other. At the end of the day, Max Holloway took it, and for those of you who know UFC, Max Holloway's first career fight was against Dustin Poirier, and then they fought again back in 2019. Dustin Poirier won both of the first 2 meetings, so now the trilogy is complete. Poirier still has the record 2-1, and I just want to say what a class act Max Holloway is. When Joe Rogan.
Excuse me, kid. I got a question. Were they fighting for the BMF belt? Was that the BMF belt?
Yes. Yes. Bad motherfucker. Yes.
Okay. So that's the belt is what?
Bad motherfucker.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
The bad motherfucker championship.
Okay.
And but at the end of the fight, Joe Rogan came in and Max Holloway said, "Hey, it was okay, cool. I still got my title. Go talk to him. This is for him. Go talk to Dustin Poirier. This is his moment." So I thought that was real cool. So yeah, man, that's pretty much my last take.
For people that don't know, Warren Sapp was a tight end in high school.
Yes.
DJ Williams, that played linebacker all 4 years at University of Miami and played in the NFL for 8 years, was a running back in high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happened, and it will happen again. So y'all pay attention.
We just seen a tackle from Green Bay just signed a contract today. I think he got about 88 million. If I read that correctly, I'm trying to make sure 44 million. So again, when you parents, like Coach Abe said, we've seen it. Those people that's on that line get paid handsomely, and they never score a touchdown. Some of them go on to have Hall of Fame careers and be coaches. But go ahead, Maestro.
Just real quick, because that reminded me of a story. I don't know if I've told this story before. Back in high school, when we were in the playoffs.
Hey, back Carolina.
I said back in high school.
Hell no.
We were in the playoffs. And I'll never forget Coach Fraker telling me we were going up against Peachtree Ridge that week, and they had a left tackle. Big face, fucking huge. He was massive. Coach looks at me, he goes, "He's slow. He's big, but he's weak and he's slow. He can't guard any of y'all." First of all, that's the only man who has ever picked me up off my feet and moved me out of the way. Secondly, last season he signed his second contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. So he was part of those Mahomes Super Bowls, and I just think, I can never remember the cat's name, but I just always think back to, first of all, that dude picking me the fuck up. I didn't like that.
He played guard.
Don't pick me up, homie. I didn't like that.
He played guard. He played guard for the right?
I thought he was still a tackle.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I know he played for Peachtree Ridge, and he moved me. All right, there we go. Coach said he's slow, he's weak, he can't guard nobody, and now he's been in the NFL for damn 8 years.
That was just motivation for you, kid.
Bullshit. Motivation for what? I'm doing a fucking podcast talking about the guy. He's making the millions of dollars. Oh my God. I sell beverages, sir.
That's why.
Hey, you're great with those hot dogs.
He's in the NFL. I'm selling liquor.
You good.
All right. Well, everybody who's right. Skip, that's pretty much how it damn went. Pretty much how it went.
Oh, Jesus.
QB dropped back. I stood up, and he went shoot, right through the gap.
Everybody
All
got
right.
no. Jesus.
Oh shit! All right. The Kickstep King probably had a few of those back in the day.
For
To
sure.
everybody who tuned in, thank you very much. We will be back next week. Until then, please make sure the beer stays cold. Holy shit, what I just do. And the wings stay lemon pepper, baby. We are